Not at all expected. You look as though you have something important to say, do you? I know not what to say. Return to Doma. Has the day truly come at last? Wait here while I summon the others. This concerns them all. My word, and they are already making arrangements for our return? Why the long face, Higiri? This is cause for celebration. It is I. Like all of you, I have dreamed of this day since the moment we left Yansha. But now that it has arrived, I cannot help but think of those to whom we owe so much, Slathborn especially. Indeed, even if it were possible to leave this very moment, I could not. Not until I thank the people here for everything they have done for us. I remember when we first arrived in this land and learned of its troubles. Though disappointed, I understood why no one would grant us shelter. Who were we? Why risk so much for strangers? But this place and these people were different. When all others turned us away, Revenant's Toll welcomed us with open arms. I love Doma and Lord Hien with all my heart and want nothing more than to return and help rebuild, but I implore you, Hosen, we must first do our utmost to repay their boundless kindness. Never did I intend for us to disappear into the night like thieves and vagabonds. Everything you have said is right and true. All labors we have undertaken will be seen to a measure of completion. That much goes without saying, I am sure. I will speak with Slathborn and ensure that we have enough days to prepare for our journey. In the meantime, I will encourage you to all prepare gifts and so forth. Very good, very good. It would not do to leave without saying proper farewells, else we would labor under a cloud of regret. In my age, one appreciates every opportunity to put their affairs in order. After all, I may not weather the journey home, but much less another one to Eorzea. Given your constitution, Father, I should not be surprised if you bury us all. If you have no pressing obligation, Klaudez, might I impose upon to assist us with our final preparations. Since this is all quite sudden, many of our people may require a second opinion on a farewell gift or something else. All I ask is that you make yourself available for any such consultations. Would that be alright? Thank you, my friend. We will look for you near the northern gate. Quickly now, everyone. Let us not keep Klaudez waiting. What are we looking for? Wait for Domans to seek your counsel. Oh, wait for Domans. Oh, we're way over here. Assisting the Doman refugees with their final preparations will take several minutes. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. Guess I'll just wait. There's one running down there, there's one coming towards me. The kind of you to spare the time to help us with something so trivial. No doubt you have many other important matters to attend to. Anyway, I wanted to ask your opinion on a gift I wish to give a dear friend of mine before leaving Isildur. You remember Isildur, do you not? Alien's grandfather? Though older than me, the two of them were still going on grand adventures before they joined the Scions. How I envy his vigor. Though we have done little more than drink tea and speak about children. I have cherished his company. I will miss him truly. Alas, in recent days his body has begun to get the better of him, and so I was thinking of giving him something for his health. Do you have any suggestions? A tonic for his memory? Anything for his back? Eye drops. Tonic for his memory? Forgetful, are you certain? His memory has been nothing short of impeccable in my experience. Perhaps you know something I do not. I should speak with one of the merchants, see if one has a suitable tonic. I don't think that was the right choice. My thanks to you. Yeah, that was definitely not the right choice. Yeah. Though Homie accepts your suggestion, his furrowed brow suggests he is not altogether confident it will suffice. Yeah, I did it wrong. I think that chick's lost. This first person view. My friend, if you could spare a moment of your time, the Toll is home to many interests to which we owe a great deal, but there is one in particular to which we should definitely pay respect. Rowena's House of Splendors. The house has been an invaluable source of goods and services in both professional and personal matters. I am sure you too can say the same. And so I thought to bid farewell to the one representative with whom I have worked most closely. If you could look to the counter by the gate. I speak of the raven-haired beauty by the gate. Oh, of all Rowena's girls, she has been very helpful. There is a problem, however. I cannot for the life of me remember her name. They all sound so similar. Perhaps it is my dominant ear. You know her name, surely. Please tell me that I might have a proper conversation with her before I return to my homeland. I don't know her name, dude. I don't know. I think it's Lariana. Alina, I thought she dealt in primal arms and whatnot. Oriana, I didn't know you collected tombstones. Lariana, since when did you collect ritual tools? Gijusana, so you're interested in the Zodiac Braves. Papanas, oh, so you're really interested in the Zodiac Braves. Definitely not the bottom two. It's one of the first three. Not tombstones, is it? It might be I think it's Oriana. Are you certain? I've heard that name before, but I could have sworn that was someone else. No! Who am I kidding? You of all people should know. Anyway, I'd best go and speak to her before I forget. I think I need a memory tunic. Though the wearer departs in high spirits, you cannot help but wonder if you gave him the wrong name and how poorly he would be perceived if that's the case. I did it wrong. Do I have to like redo this since I'm giving them all wrong answers? He's gonna punch him in the face. He got it wrong. There, this girl. The girl that ran away earlier. I'm over here. Yep, over here. Klaudez, have you seen a carbuncle rolling about? Over the course of my time here in Revenant's Toll, I've come to know many adventures, including an arcanist with a somewhat disobedient companion. It seems every day her carbuncle wanders off on its own, you see, and today is no exception. For mercy, it responds to its name more earnestly when called by someone other than its own. Strangely enough, the problem is I cannot seem to recall what it was. Some sort of gemstone, I think? Emerald. Topaz. Oh, it's ruby. No, I think it's ruby. It's not obsidian. I think it's ruby. Ruby, how could I forget? She named it for the red jewel in its forehead. Thank you for your help, Klaudez. I will join her in the search right away. Okay. At least I got one right. And High Spirit begins calling out for Ruby at once. Sure enough, the errant carbuncle soon appears. Didn't I talk to you already? He's probably come to tell me off. Oh no, it's a different guy. How fortunate I am that you are still here. My father told me how you helped him, and I was hoping you might do the same for me. I seek your wisdom concerning Slathborn of the Adventurers Guild, who helped secure us a place here in Revenant's Hole. Thanks to him, we were able to work side by side with the Frontier Hands to build these walls and lay these cobblestones. We were given food and shelter, it is true, but more importantly, we were given purpose. We have, of course, already expressed our gratitude to him many times before. I myself presented Slathborn with a dome and dagger, which I am told he treasures. But now that we must part ways, I feel as though we must make one final grand gesture, a more elaborate, expensive gift perhaps, or well, what do you think? Oh, only 2 options? Something flashy and gaudy that's got bells on. Maybe just try to stay in touch. Try stay in touch. Really, we should be glad to maintain a relationship with Slathborn and it's all, but do you truly believe that in and of itself is enough? Perhaps you have the right of it. Considering the lengths he has gone to ease our burdens, spending experience sums on Pharaoh gifts may only frustrate him. Besides, whatever we purchase would come from the Eorzean markets. Better to wait until we have returned to our homeland, that we might send them something more domin. Dried persimmons from my village, perhaps? Hosen's eyes sparkle as he considers the possibilities. Clearly satisfied with your suggestion. You're welcome. Oh, everyone's coming now. Not everyone's happy. How go your efforts, brothers and sisters? He told me the wrong name. Some yet struggle to put their affairs in order, but others have been more successful. Thankfully, we should have enough time before we depart. Hosen, you were going to meet with Slathborn one last time, were you not? We were hoping you would allow us to accompany you. If so, please let us know when you do. That said, perhaps we should speak with Slathborn sooner than later. I cannot think of any reason to delay. Plus, I know I've imposed upon you enough, but may I ask you to accompany me as well? Sure. Bottle of crimson cider. Thousand and one farewells. Hosen has 1,000 things to do. We should pay our respects to Slathborn while we and the others have time to spare. Would you not agree? In that case, I ask that you go on ahead and wait for us with Slathborn. I will require a moment to gather the others, but I do not expect it will take long. I'll talk to Slathborn. Judging from the way I've seen the Domans running about, I gather they're busy with preparations for their long voyage. It is as you say, Master Slathborn. The day many of us thought would never come has arrived, and now we make ready to return to our homeland. Let me assure you, however, that we have no intention of abandoning our responsibilities. My people have either completed their labors or ensured that others may easily do so in their stead. Earnest as ever, I'm grateful truly, but you needn't have gone such trouble. Revenant's Toll, gods, when I think back to what this place once was, how it's changed and what it's become. Can't imagine it without you lot here. You made this place what it is, same as we did. None would dare say it's different. Tragedy drove you from your lands and delivered you to our shores, but from the tragedy came a new beginning. A hope that we shared with every soul that passed through our gates. And that, my friends, is more precious than any riches. I pray you carry it with you to Doma, and that it grants you strength when you have need of it. We will, Master Slathborn, I swear to you, we will never forget this blessed place. You gave us the opportunity to work with the Frontier's hands to build Revenant's Toll. All the skills and experience we gained, we will put to good use in rebuilding the Enclave. And then when we have finished, I pray you will come and visit. Aye, we would be honored to receive you and any other man or woman or child of Revenant's Toll. Let this not be an ending, but another new beginning. The beginning of a lasting relationship between our two homes. This is my dream for the future of our peoples. As we build these walls stone by stone, may we build it together. Well said, well said. We keep on like this, I'm liable to start bawling, so let us move things along. I hope you won't mind another parting gift. The lost treasure of Revenant's Toll, courtesy of your younglings. The foreman is expecting you. Most surprising but welcome gift. We shall endeavor not to drink it all at once. We will collect the bottles and return to our preparations at once. Thank you, Master Slaffborn. And thank you, Klaudez, for everything. Before you go, I have a favor to ask. Well, Flahamin, actually. She wants you to bring Yosin and her friends to her up in Rowanna's cafe. The wine for the adults, you see. She's got something else for the children. I doubt it'll take too long for you to find them. You have a knack for this sort of thing after all. My thanks to you. I have a knack for it? Oh, hey there, Mr. Klaudez. You're not here to say goodbye, are you? If it's not fair, why do they get to decide it's time to go back? I mean, I miss Doma too, but they should have asked us first. Miss Wilhamen wants us to come to the cafe. Whatever, whatever it is she thinks we did, Oh, it's not like that. Well, alright then. With me, guild members. Miss Wilhamen needs us. You too, Mr. Klaudez. Wait, what? Is it upstairs? Wait, what? Oh, it is upstairs, yeah. Where's the stairs? There it is. There's a chest over there. You came. I've been waiting for you all for so long. All members of the Doman Adventurers Guild reporting for duty. So what's the adventure? Monster hunting? Guardian Gold? Oh my, nothing so dramatic. Rather, I wanted to give you all a reward. A reward? Really? A reward for your many deeds and service to Revenant's Toll. When the frontier hands needed a helping hand, you were there. When there was no one else to look after the younger children, you were there. And through it all, each and every one of you carried out your duties with a smile. That is why you are more than brave adventurers. You are heroes to the people of the Toll. Heroes deserving of a very special reward that just so happens to be right over there. In the chest, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Treasure! Wow, look at these. Look, Mr. Klaudez, she got us matching hats. We'll make them the official uniform of the Doman Adventurers Guild. They suit you, little ones. Wear them with pride. Mr. Boulder and Mr. Coltonet, I thought you were away on important scion business. Recently it returned, and it's a good thing we are. We heard of your impending journey and hope to see you before you left. We are both very happy that you may finally return to your homeland. They have great need of stalwart adventurers like you lot there. But I don't want to say goodbye. Then don't. There's no need to. You're adventurers, are you not? Adventurers never stay in one place before. It is not who we are. We walk paths all our own, never truly beholden to any one nation or creed. So don't say goodbye, because we may, nay, we will meet again. You'll see. We'll become the most famous adventurers in Yansha, and then we'll return to yours and become famous here too. Everyone may know the signs of the Seventh Dawn and the Warrior of Light, but just you wait. Years from now, they'll be talking about the Doman Adventurers Guild. I'm looking forward to it. We must get going, but thank you again for making the arrangement. Take care. We mustn't neglect our training. Find the heaviest crates and carry them to the horse-spurred carriages. Mr. Klaudez, Miss Falman, thank you for the caps. We'll take good care of them. Alhamin. Children are delighted with their new hats. Miss Valhammer could not have chosen a better gift. Preparations are proceeding apace. Slaftwood and the guild have finalized arrangements for the ship, so once we have finished here, we need only make our way south. How many times have I thanked you, I wonder? No, not that much, I know. Thank you, Klaudez, from the bottom of my heart. You are and ever shall be a true friend to Doma and her people. I expect you will find yourself in the Enclave before us. If so, I pray you tell Kozakura that we shall join her soon. Oh, we gotta go all the way back. All the way back. And am I? All the way back. Bum, 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 bum. Excuse me. All are free to travel into the Enclave. Klaudez, you are returned from Eorzea. They are homeward bound then. It comes as a relief to hear that there were no complications. Thank you for facilitating their return. I shall inform Lord Heon at the first opportunity. We have a mountain of work ahead of us, but with their help, I'm confident we can see it through, and I hope I can count on your assistance in the future as well. Oh, you got another quest for me? Fix an Enclave. Okay, okay. Prerequisite 1001 for hours. Okay, this is 1001 for hours. 1000. Wait. This is. It takes an Enclave. Kozakura has a proposition for you. Klaudez, I may be praised. I was hoping you might pay us a visit. It is as ever an honor. It is as ever an honor. Once again, I must thank you for helping our brothers and sisters secure passage back home. With so many skilled craftsmen soon to be at our disposal, we of the Shazenkai are ready to proceed to the next stage of our plan to rebuild the Enclave. Which brings me to a rather delicate matter. Perhaps you will find this shameless, but circumstances being what they are, I see no other way. The reconstruction and revitalization of the Enclave cannot hope to succeed without the contributions of wealthy individuals such as yourself. I understand if you wish to refuse outright, but I beg of you, please listen to our proposal in full before you decide. For the sake of Doma and her people, I should be glad to lend a hand. No bother really, let's hear it. What's in it for me? What's in it for me? Nah. Yeah, I'm more of a no bother kind of guy. Thank you, Klaudez. I shall endeavor to be brief. Where to begin? Of course. It is important that you understand the state of the Enclave at present. I am sure that you recall how everything was when you first arrived. Rubble in the streets, buildings in ruin, and so forth. While we have made some superficial progress since the castle fell and Doma was liberated, the scars of the occupation are far from healed. Since antiquity, the kingdom of Doma has prospered from the gifts of the One River. The success of our agriculture and industry is intricately tied to our position here. Alas, in our struggle against the Garleans over the decades, much of what was built over centuries was lost. Fertile farmlands that once yielded produce for export were despoiled, and what little remained could barely feed our people. Our foreign rulers did not hesitate to impose their will on local industry as well. Not only were we forced to purchase goods from imperial concerns, regardless of quality or cost, but our merchants were also forced to sell their wares to Garleans at a loss, assuming they received compensation and all. While those dark days are behind us, many of our former trading partners are reluctant to engage us in trade agreements, for fear for the Empire's wrath. And so for the most part, we must continue to fend for ourselves and craft what tools and so forth we require, or so we would had we the facilities. Forgive me, it is not so dire as it may sound. Our problems may be many, but we are all wholly committed to the challenge before us. We are not unlike the Shazenso, a hardy herb that can thrive in even the most inhospitable of conditions. I took inspiration from its strength and stubbornness when deciding upon a name for our organization, in fact. No matter the struggle, no matter the cost, the Shazenkai will do everything in its power to overcome every hurdle and rebuild this home of ours. Please excuse my sudden fit of passion, it was most unbecoming. Anyway, I have spoken of the general state of the Enclave. Let us discuss more specific concerns. Though having said that, it would be simpler if you were to see things with your own eyes. Please head to the worksite north of the Aetherite and speak with Mitsuba. I shall join you shortly. Mitsuba. Well, you're Claude's Villiers, aren't you? In need of a hot meal? Actually, he is here at my behest. I thought it would be best if a potential patron saw our efforts firsthand. If you would be so kind to explain to him what you do. Oh, foisting the burden onto me, are we? Very well, if you insist. Allow me to properly introduce myself. I'm Mitsuba. Once upon a time, I owned and operated the largest tavern in the Enclave. I had a hand in everything, from balancing the ledges to stirring the cookpots. Owing to my experience, I've been asked to oversee the work here in the 10,000 stalls. Oh yeah, that's a lot of... That was the exact same look I gave Kozakura when she showed me this place. 10,000 stalls by the camera. There's not even 10. But mark me, there will be. When we're through, this place will have and offer every imaginable cuisine. Just thinking about it's enough to set my heart racing and my mouth watering. As I explained earlier, however, trade or lack thereof is a major problem at present. We simply aren't getting enough shipments of consumables from outside Yansha, and so our people are forced to eat the same simple fare day after day. However, once our negotiations with foreign concerns bear fruit, we should be able to exchange whatever surplus we produce for a wider variety of ingredients, bringing us closer to realizing Mitsuba's vision. This may seem like a silly goal to strive for, but by improving the quality of life for our people in a clear, understandable manner, we can motivate them to work harder and tackle more difficult tasks. Doma will not be rebuilt in a fortnight, and we need every victory, however small. We have a bloody long road ahead of us, but we need only take it one step at a time. Whatever help you can contribute to the cause would be welcome. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us, Mitsuba. We should head back to the Shazinkai and continue our conversation there, so as to not get in the way of their work. There's not too much left to explain, but if you would indulge me a little longer, I would be grateful. Wait. Okay, let's go. Wait. Why can I not take this normally? Both side. Wait. Why do I fly all the way here? I have this aetherite. The 10,000 stalls are but one example of what we hope to build here in the Enclave. Alas, it will take much time and effort, and it will also take tremendous resources I pray you will be willing to contribute. Raw materials, foodstuff, linens, medicines, all this and more would be of use. Anything and everything you can afford to part with would be welcome. Furthermore, as a token of our appreciation, we provide a small gratuity relative to the value of the items you relinquish. You need only place these items in the donation basket to my left. I will calculate my gratuity and pay you immediately. Dome and Enclave reconstruction commenced. Bam. You may now use the donation basket to contribute unneeded items to the Shizenkai. These items will be used to supply and finance the reconstruction of the Dome and Enclave. Further details can be had by speaking with Kozakura. You want me to donate items? I mean, I have a lot of stuff I could give. Donation basket. What? I can't give you Gil. Why is it showing Gil? What if I give you that? What? Wait. I need more info. Yeah. These items will be used to supply and finance the reconstruction of the Dome and Enclave. I mean... I hope this evening finds you well, Klaudez. If you have any questions regarding the research effort, I would be happy to answer them. Donating items. Anything and everything you are willing to part with, we will gladly accept, and I do mean anything. Furthermore, as a token of appreciation, the Shizuka will pay a small gratuity based on the total value of contribution. Wait, they're gonna give me Gil? They just give me more Gil. I should warn you, however, that we have a limited budget allocated for this purpose. You may donate items to the Shizenkai by placing them in the donation basket next to Kozakura. The funds raised from the sale of these items will go towards... Oh, you're not giving me anything. Any items that can be sold to vendors may be donated. In exchange for the items donated, you receive a gratuity that amounts to slightly more than what you would normally receive when selling set. Oh, so yeah, okay, I am getting a little bit of Gil. So it's like giving them stuff. They're gonna give me more than a vendor would. As the enclave develops, you receive for items will gradually increase. Okay. However, the Shazinkai has a limited budget to pay gratuity for donations. Once the weekly budget has been exhausted, no more donations will be accepted. Oh, so it's just a way to make gil? Please be advised that should the calculator of a donation exceed the weekly, you will not receive the difference. Reclaiming items. If you realize you made a donation, it is certainly possible for us to return it, provided you notify us immediately. Reclamation box. However, as is the vendor box, donations cannot be reclaimed after you have changed areas or logged out. Additionally, please be advised that your come to the domain effort will be reduced for an reclamation donation. Furthermore, when claiming a donation, you will be required to return the gratuity received as well as pay a small transaction fee. State of the Enclave. Our work has only just begun for the time being. We are channeling the bulk of our resources into the development of the 10,000 stalls, where we might provide a rich variety of food to the people of the Enclave. As for the Enclave, perhaps this map will give you a sense of how much progress we made thus far. Oh, that's a lot of progress. Look at that. Alright, you know what? Let's donate. What are we donating? I actually don't know what I'm donating. Sells for, so if I give you, say for example, I give you a high potion, which sells for 3 gil. If I give you that, I get 27 gil. How much are they normally? Is there a vendor nearby? I kind of want to compare. So I get an extra 20%. Is that what the rate stands for? I get 120%. Wait, no, what am I doing? If I give you this, 636. Oh, yeah, okay, it's a little bit more. Yeah, see, it sells for 530, or I give it to them for 636. Okay. It's just a way to get more gil. $20K though. How do I get to 20K? Well, skill's not the issue. It's skill's not the problem. This is a way to get gil, but you don't like. All I care about is the growth of the enclave. But I don't think donating actually affects that. Galliana is on the lookout for an enterprising adventurer. I heard from Aunt Rowena that you're quite the artisan. If that's true, I've got a proposition for you. As I mentioned before, we like to think that our relationship with the people of the Reach is mutually beneficial. We create jobs and opportunities for people to live better lives. Perhaps you know Monago, one of the leaders of the resistance. He not only agrees with what I said, but he has even taken a personal interest in the collectibles trade. But while I'm sure she's a brilliant soldier with a head for tactics, the collectibles market is an altogether different battlefield. Still, with the help of a few good crafters and gatherers, I'm sure she'll find her footing in no time. That's where you come in. If you want to, that is, go and see her if you're interested, or don't. Good to see you, Klaudez. If you're looking for lease. Who told you I'd take an interest in the collectibles trade? I'm surprised I knew you were many things, but an accomplished artisan was not one of them. We would have been fools to turn you away when you offered to help the resistance, and I'd be a fool to do it now. You're probably wondering why I decided to try my hand at a different trade. Truth is, it's not for me, but for the ones who couldn't be here today. The ones who aren't here to see what we've accomplished, a free Alamigo, a new beginning, a new future. After we defeated Xenos in the 12th, in the 12th, I thought long and hard about what I ought to do next. I was with the relatives of some of the dead in the recompense when I realized I had lost comrades, but them, they'd lost husbands and wives, mothers and fathers, breadwinners. Every day would be harder than the last. We'd won them freedom, eh? The freedom to be poor and die starving. Where's the justice in that? So I decided I'd do something about it. I'd establish a fund for the widows and the orphans, our way of giving a little back in honor for those who gave us their all. There's just one problem. I don't know the first thing about making gil, other than soldiering. My only other talent was hunting, and I'll not raise more than a fraction of what I need selling pelts. But when little Galliana told me about collectibles and the prices people were willing to pay, I knew I'd found the answer. I'll not deny I've got a lot to learn, but I'm ready and willing to give it my all. So what say you? Are up for helping me fill custom orders for a good cause? Of course I'll not ask you to do it for free. You'll get your cut. Script's good with any of the house's people. Glad to have you on board. First order of business, I'm in the market for some Ger-Abanian souvenirs. Since the liberation of Alamigo, trade with other regions has been steadily increasing. Commodities people had to struggle to get are easier to obtain, and people are getting a taste for more and more Gridanians in particular. I've got a feeling this is going to be the start of something special. Okay. Custom deliveries unlocked. Ant juice. Ranulf wants to help the barber. Think you'd be able to lend me a hand? I've been trying to gather supplies for the barber. While I've managed to get some blankets and bandages, I've not been able to procure any disinfectant. That's what I need your help for. I want you to bring me a bottle of ant lion secretion. I'll collect the other ingredients I need. I just need you to slay the ant lion. Only the ant lions that dwell beneath the earth secrete the kind of liquid I need. Use this to draw them to the surface. It's a powder made of crushed ants, their favorite food. Scatter it anywhere they're known to dwell and you'll be faced with one in no time at all. Head to Virgil in the fridges. You'll not struggle to find an ant lion there. Fortune and salt. The perky peddler is expounding on the sublime qualities of saltery salt. Salt, get your salt. Gourmet quality fresh from the saltery. Here now, aren't you Klaudez, the hero of the revolution? They say you played a big part in the reviving the saltery's operations. It's an honor, sir, a true honor, and good timing too. I'm soon to head back across the border and do my part in reminding Eorzea's markets with proper salt, proper salt tastes like. I was living in Olda before, you see, in one of those refuge tent camps. Never thought I'd set foot in Alamigo again, let alone be handed a job when I got there, and it's all thanks to you. Come to think of it, Whisker was wondering if I'd spot you here in Ralgar's Reach. If I saw you, he said I was to ask you to visit the Saltery whenever you have the time. I'm sure he's eager to share how far they've come with their rebuilding. Fallen friend of mine. This Ananabanner wants to cheer up a friend's father. I require your help to deliver something of value. As Strider, I was pleased to call friend recently died in battle. I want to deliver a bracelet of his to his father. If memory serves, they hailed from a village called Alagana. I would go there by myself, but I worry my appearance might frighten them. That is why I would like you to accompany me, to show I come in peace. Now let us make our way there. This elderly private needs help finding someone. Sorry to bother you, but would you mind helping me look for my daughter? She headed off in the direction of Kashim Orients quite a while ago and should have been back by now. Would you mind asking the Alliance soldiers there if they've seen her? She has blonde hair and brown eyes. Last I heard she had been dispatched to fight at Belza as well. Please bring her back to me. A Hingentil Nasher goes east. Yon Lalfell has a lean and hungry look. Hey, you're Eorzean, right? Adventurer, maybe? Good at killing and whatnot? Me? Oh, I'm no good at it. I mean, other than the occasional rat. But, I've got a job for you if you're interested. So there's this Makota girl, this incredible, beautiful, wonderful girl in this tavern, right? Come all the way from Eorzea like you and me. So beautiful, this girl. So beautiful. We're in this weird, strange place where people are bowing all the time and getting on the ground and tucking their legs under them. A young girl traveling by herself is in danger. Some bad people could trick her and take her and make her do, you know, things. Anyway, get in there and keep her safe. I'll be watching. Oh, in here? Guess I should... Wait, what? Why can't I talk to you? Oh, no, that's the... No, that's not who I'm looking for. What level is this quest? 70. Should be upstairs, maybe. There she is. I've seen this gentlemanly Eorzean you seek. Yes, yes, and I should be glad to take you to him if you like. You're ever so kind and helpful, Mr. Talking Cat. Catfish. To be precise, though I care not for the Eorzean, I am Gyodo, a Namazu. And the services I provide are not free. I'm sorry to say, nor are they cheap. Are you sure you can afford to pay? Oh dear, I spent my last gil on the fare to Kugane. Is there any other way I can convince you to help? Corey, if it isn't Klaudez, don't tell me you came all this way just to help little old me. You see, when Inspector Hildebrand took to the skies, I said, Nasher, you'd better not let him get away this time, and immediately began looking for ways to head as far east as I could. You can't get much farther east than the far east, right? I was worried I wouldn't be able to find him, but wouldn't you know it, Gyoza, the talking Numa here, says he knows where he is. Careful, careful, this one knows our game. Escaping his wrath is going to take all our skills. I say, there's no need for such menacing glares, none whatsoever. 1,000 pardons, my lady, but I had no idea you were traveling with such esteemed company. Forget everything I said regarding the fee. Now, if you will excuse me, I have a pressing engagement, very pressing indeed. Wait, you haven't told me where the inspector is yet. Huh, little Gyoza was trying to swindle me? Oh, Nasher, you ought to know better than to trust a talking cat. Talking cat. I asked lots and lots of other people if they'd seen a gentlemanly Eorzean, but none of them were any help. Oh, Inspector Hildebrand, wherever could you be? Stuck in the ground or in the aisle of a building, like as not, keep an eye out for legs. Following his keen inspector sends and searching for a case. Now, definitely the first one. He does have a habit of landing headfirst, doesn't he? Hopefully we won't need Lord Godbert's help to pull him out again. That's it. If the inspector is always on the hunt for a case, then all that we've got to do is find the biggest, juiciest one we can and wait for him to appear. Let's go and see what trouble we can turn up, eh? This way. Alright, what are we looking for? Oh, here. Houston. Unsolved crimes? It so happens that a number of properties owned by wealthy merchants have been pillaged this past fortnight. Master Akebono's shop in the Rakuza district was the most recent as I recall, but you may be assured that the Seksai Gumi will track down the thief in due time. Conspicuously inconspicuous man again. Why are you staring? What's with that look? Alright, you got me, Mr. Samurai. I'm clearly a bard. But before you do anything rash like arrest or torture or chop me into tiny little bits with that sword of yours, I have a bow. Not that I never touched her. I mean, I never even had the chance. I'm sorry. Wow! Oh. Oh, you're that Eorzean adventurer. I thought you looked familiar. Phew. For a moment there, I thought I was done for. Those Seksai Gumi don't mess about. All cut first and ask questions later. You know, no romance in their hearts, they wouldn't understand. Isn't that like samurai police? So it's not just crimes, but big, incredible crimes you want to know about. Incidents the likes of which send ripples through time and space, through fate and destiny. It was 5 years ago, or maybe it was last week. I'm not so good with time lately. Anyway, there I was, walking Olda's bustling streets when the sea parts and my eyes meet with those of a maiden Mother Sphere, and she stole my heart. It was like 2 grains of sand in the desert looking at each other, and one of those grains knowing that it was destined to spend the rest of his life with the other grain because she had this whole sultry scribe thing that made him so ugh. Ever since that day I've watched over her from afar, a silent guardian, a humble protector. Some might think of me mad or call me a coward for refusing to speak with her, but they are fools. Fools, I say. True love is not the product of clumsy banter, but careful study. Years and years of observation, of obsession, until you know her better than she knows her. Wow. Okay. He's a very forward person. Actually, no, he's anti-forward. He's doing it weird. Perhaps when the time is right, I shall reveal myself to her, but until that blessed day, I shall aid her from the shadows, and you, my friend, will aid her in the light. Okay. Dastardly doings and purported instances of criminal behavior. This is Kugane, my dear. We're no shortage of that here. But since you asked, the story on everyone's lips at the Kaizen these days is that of the wealthiest among us and how they're being preyed upon by some sneak thief. Perhaps they should invest in better locks. Okay. We're good. Dr. Nasher. Makaraka. Ah, there you are. Learn anything interesting? A skilled thief seems to be targeting worthy merchants. A creepy little bastard who follows Sukani says he's been stalking for 5 years. Yeah, no, we're gonna go with the first one. A series of robberies committed by a mysterious thief? Oh, that's just the thing. Well done, Klaudez. Our next order of business should be to track down this Akebono and asking about the latest incident. He certainly looks like a well-to-do merchant. Oh my god. That mustache. That fiend, that despicable rapscallion. The nerve of him to make mock of us. My thanks to you, Master Akibona, for all your help. I swear to you on my honor that the sneak thief shall be brought to justice forthwith, and with that I bid you a good day. So it is Akibona. Let's go and ask him about the robbery. Forgive me, my lady. In my haste, I did not see you. Are you alright? Shall I summon a healer? Don't worry, I've taken bigger knocks to the noggin than that. Hey, you aren't one of them samurai, are you? Definitely a samurai. Even got the scar on his eye. Shiguri, at your service, my lady. Yeah, my sincerest apologies for this incident. Much as I would like to make amends for my reckless behavior, I fear duty compels me to take my leave. A nefarious criminal is at large and I must bring him to justice. Oh, that's all we need, competition. Well, I'm sure Inspector Hildebrand and his faithful assistants won't lose to the likes of him. That merchant must know something important for Shiguri to go running off like that. Let's find out what it is. Greetings and salutations, Master Akibona. My name is Nashu, Agent of Inquiries, Extraordinary Inspector. And this is Klaudez, who's also got a knack for it. Can you tell us about the recent robbery? Inspectors, I heard rumors that one such as you were come from the west. Team and on the sorts, I will oblige your request. This very morning, one of my assistants found my establishment unlocked, and when he went inside to investigate, he discovered that my most prized possessions had been stolen. To make matters worse, in their place, he found this message. You have just been robbed by the Kugani wolf burglar. Wolf burglar? I mean, look at this guy. Surely you've heard about his recent exploits. Similar calling cards were found at the scene of other robberies, and now I have become a victim. A series of robberies committed by a thief with a calling card? Oh, there's no way Inspector Hildebrand is going to be able to resist the lure of this case. I thought the two of you were inspectors, but it makes no difference to me who catches the criminal, and since the Sexai seems to be at a loss, you'll be generously rewarded for any information that leads to the recovery of my stolen property. I wish you well in your investigation. I just get this feeling someone's gonna try to rip his mustache off. Or it falls off and someone doesn't notice. All we've got to do now is stick with this case and we'll be reunited with Inspector Hildebrand. I just know it. Call it my keen inspector assistant sense. Anyway, I'm going to try and learn more about the other robberies. If you learn anything interesting, come and find me. Nashu Makaraka is on the case. Look out, Mr. Wolf Burglar. Your days of wolf burgling are numbered. Because Inspector Hildebrand... Is that a green rooster? It's Inspector Hildebrand. Hey, Inspector, stop messing around and join us. It's been too long since I've had a chance to whip up a batch of Nashu's delights. You can be sure I'll be putting these little darlings to good use next time. Oh, bugger, good thing I've got plenty more stashed away. Those eyes. Wait, what?